Just finishing up another little wood stove here, and I thought I'd show you a couple of the things I did with it that are a little bit different than some of the other ones. This one's based on a kind of a treehouse theme is what my thoughts were. So you have kind of a tree stump coming out into this box style stove, and then there's branches kind of wrapping their way around the outside of the stove, and then just kind of a tree branch latch. I did put in a sliding style control for the air coming into the stove, and a couple different hinges and stuff that I would normally do. So I'll walk you through how I built it exactly. The stove itself is just made up of plate steel. I just made a basic box and welded it all the way around each edge. If you had a way of bending the box instead, it would definitely decrease the number of welds, but I didn't have that option. Also welded a little lip on the front here, just 1-inch steel bar, and that's just allowing the door to seal on something. The actual tree stump is all just made out of either piping or some just tin that I cut and fit to pieces of round bar. So I started by welding a couple pipes together and kind of shaping them into the main trunk of the tree. And then I just added some 3/8 round bar and some different shapes that I kind of felt were the roots coming off of it. Then just using paper templates, cuts kind of the random, or I shouldn't say the random, the rough shape out, and then just hand formed it with a hammer over whatever I could find, the vise or a piece of railroad track that I use. And then just went ahead and ground that all out to make it nice and smooth. Then, keeping with the treehouse kind of theme, welded some other bars off the stump, started making some little branches out of different size round bar. I'm still going to go in here and finish grinding and maybe tapering some of these branches, playing with them a little bit. Just wanted to kind of show you the rough idea of it. Sometimes it's a little easier to see how things are built when they're not all cleaned up and too pretty. The hinge is just made out of, again, 3/8 rod, and it's just going through some tubing with a 3/8 hole. And I just cleaned these up on the lathe to make them nice and square, but I mean, you could just hand grind this at home. Just 2 little perches, just like so. I'm not even going to lock that in. I don't see it going anywhere. So latch is just a little twig on a bolt. It just goes into another little kind of branch type thing. A little bit different style that I would normally make with my propane tank stuff. The reason I didn't use a propane tank is I wanted a little more volume, and I thought that this square would give me that extra space for a little larger cabin. Still a small hunting cabin, but I did go with the sliding style adjustment here, and I'll show you how that works. First, you'd start with drilling some holes in the door, and then you're going to have to figure out what size plate you're going to want to slide behind. And if you kind of see me building along here, you just want to make sure that all of those holes on the plate and the door are in the same spot. And then you're kind of just deciding on where the thing's going to slide, and from there you can add on your slot and your control knob, and then it's all just held on the back with a series of little spacers and plates. I'll give you a shot of it working from the back here. It's really not that fancy once you figure out how to use it, or how to build it I should say. It's a pretty nice little feature, and it looks pretty professional compared to just like a kind of spring-loaded sliding one. Well, there you go. Something a little bit different anyways. Like I said, still got to give it a little bit of love. Lots of welding slag and just cleaning up of this stuff, and then give it some paint. But I think it's good to see it in this raw form. Like I said, maybe get some ideas like on how I did the stump here can be used in many different ways. So anyways, thanks for watching.